Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. I am Tony Abatey, and welcome into Chanute High School here this afternoon as the Fort Scott Tiger boys are getting set to take on the Chanute Blue Comets for a trip to the 4A state tournament. If you weren't with us last night, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers, of course, defeated Independence 50-39. It was a close nip and tuck ball game for much of it. They were able to hit some free throws late, stretch that lead out to the final margin of 11 there. Fort Scott's Lady Tigers are on their way to the state tournament. We are assuming that they will get the number 2 seed at the state tournament based on who else advanced. So Wellington also advanced. They had the same record as Fort Scott, but they have a wider point margin, a better point margin, margin of victory, however you want to say it, than the Lady Tigers do. So we're assuming that Wellington will be the 1 seed, Fort Scott will be the 2 seed, and then Bishop Miege 3, McPherson 4, Ottawa 5, Labette County 6. They defeated Chanute last night 62-44 down in Altamont, and then Clearwater it will be 7, and Andale should be 8. So that should put Fort Scott against Clearwater in the first round of the state tournament on Wednesday. We don't know that for sure at this point, but that is what we are anticipating, at least anyway. Those brackets should come out tomorrow or Monday and let us know for sure, and we have no idea what time that would start. So that's where we're at on the Lady Tigers. But the Tiger boys getting set to take battle here tonight, as looks like Fort Scott will start with their normal starting lineup. We're going to get the national anthem and the lineups here in just a moment from the public address announcer here in Chanute. So we'll try to turn that microphone up. Hopefully you can hear the national anthem there on Duckbait TV. Thanks again for joining us here. It has been a fun season, and we hope that it continues for the Tiger boys here with this one here tonight.
Respect the rights of those around you. Promote only the highest ideals of good sportsmanship. Thank you for your support of Blue Comet basketball. In accordance with the Kansas State Fire Marshal regulations, we request that you take a moment to recognize the emergency exits closest to you. The use of tobacco products in any form within buildings belonging to USD 413 is prohibited. We ask for your cooperation in upholding this policy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem by Senior Kenley Char.
And just like that, we are about ready to get this one going here tonight.
Deliver our starting lineups in alternating fashion, beginning with the visitors from Fort Scott.
And it doesn't look like there are any surprises in either starting lineup right now. Cal Cousins did have a bruise of some sort on his rib cage. but he's going to try to fight through that here this afternoon as he is in the starting lineup. And Fort Scott Tigers definitely need all hands on deck today for sure against this very talented Chanute Ball Club. So Fort Scott is going to go with 5'11 sophomore Dirks Kegler, 5'7 senior Cal Cousins, 5'10 senior Spencer Goldston, 6'6 senior Rocco Lafredo, and 5'11 junior Dub Chipman, who has scored over 20 points in his last 2 games. Scored, I believe, right at 20 in the game on Tuesday night, or Wednesday night rather, and then scored 22, a season high for him in the last regular season game against Independence last week. For Chanute, they're going to go with 6'2 senior Caden Seamster, 6'1 senior Rhett Smith, 5'9 senior Jordan Duncan, 6'1 senior Lars Kester, and 6'2 junior Elliot Stevenson. Blue Comets head coach is Devin Crabtree. They come into play tonight at 16-5 overall with their win in the first round of the Sub-State tournament on Wednesday night. They defeated Wamego, and that was a tight ball game. The final score was 54-50. It was right around 1 or 2 possessions most of the second half from what we saw. So Fort Scott will look to keep it that close, obviously, here tonight, at least, if not pull ahead themselves quite a bit as we go through this one here this evening. Of course, Mike Kroll is the head coach for the Tiger Boys. His assistants are Jason Young and Brennan Feeback. The Tigers interplay at 15-6 overall after their win over Tonganoxie back on Wednesday night. The Tigers won that one 64-36, the final score in the Tiger Dome. These two teams, of course, will be meeting for the 3rd time this season here today. The first 2 times, it was a split decision. The Tigers won at the Tiger Dome before Christmas, 53-45. Chanute won here in Chanute, 54-35, back on February 6th. Looks like Rocco's going to jump tip with Seamster. Fort Scott in their road red uniforms, white letters, white numbers, white and black trim. And the Comets will be in their home white uniforms. And we're underway. Your first quarter tonight brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Jamie Armstrong. And the Tigers get the first possession. Go to Dub on the left side. Now back to, well, they get it back to Dub now. Inside, he'll come around to Cal on the right side. Cal goes in on Kester, drives the baseline and gets fouled on his way to the bucket. So that's the first foul of the ball game, and it'll go on Chanute. So Red Smith picks up the first foul of the game. Inbounds play for the Tigers. Got to get it in. They do get it into Cal. He'll drive it back down the baseline. Turnaround shot there for Cousins. Goes in. So Cal Cousins gets the first points of the evening for the Tigers. And they take an early 2-0 lead. Now Chanute with their first possession here. Dub Chipman, arguably the best defender for the Tigers this season. He will be on Lars Kester. Ball was deflected into backcourt. Seamster goes back to get it for Chanute, so they'll retain possession here. But some good defensive positioning there for the Tigers early on. Pass goes over to Jordan Duncan, and he'll get a bucket inside. We saw him hit some threes when we were here last month. He gets 2 points here. Fort Scott back around. It goes to Spencer. He'll drive in. Ball deflected, but gets it back. 6:36 to go. Just underway in the first quarter. Thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Sub-State Championship game. Fort Scott Tiger Boys trying to join the Lady Tigers in the state tournament in Salina next week. Drive to the bucket, and a shot is good for Dirks Kegler. Tigers take a 4-2 lead here early on. Into Seamster, back out it comes to Stevenson. Now around to Duncan. Back to Seamster on the right side wing. Fort Scott man-to-man here early on. Pass goes in. It's deflected into the corner. Taken back by Rhett Smith. Now passed back to Kester at the top of the key. Around to Stevenson. Tries to go inside. It's deflected out of bounds by Fort Scott. So with 5:45, the Comets will have an inbound play from the baseline. Lars Kester to do the honors for Chanute. Inbound play comes into Seamster. Drive to the bucket. We got a whistle, and I think they're going to get a foul on Fort Scott. Foul on Dirks Kegler, his first.
Number 3, Dirks Kegler. That is his first, team's first of the quarter. Shooting foul sends Caden Seamster to the line for 2.
Caden Seamster will be at the line for 2 free throws. First one rolls in there good.
First free throw of the quarter.
Second free throw on the way for Seamster. That one's good as well. So it's tied back up again, 4-all. Coming up on 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. Ball comes to the elbow. And now they'll kick it back out to Spencer. Dribbled it off his foot, picked up by Chanute. Here comes Kester down the sideline. He'll kick it over to Stevenson. Drive in, and a whistle, and a travel is going to be called on Elliott Stevenson. So that'll get the ball back to Fort Scott here. Again, still tied at 4, 5:16 to go in the first quarter. Fort Scott gets it across the timeline. Now they go back to Kegler. Go across to Dub. He's got it on the left wing. Now they'll kick it into the corner. 3-pointer from Cal. Just a little bit too strong. Rebound taken there by Chanute. Duncan comes down with it. He kicks it over to Seamster. He'll drive into the lane. Finds Smith. Shot no good. Rebound loose. Picked back up by Chanute. They'll get it back out. Over to Seamster in the corner for 3. Missed it too short. Rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Fort Scott. Ahead to Cousins. We'll bring it down the court. Inside to Rocco. Layup is good. Six to 4. Fort Scott back out by 2. Pass goes inside. Turnaround shot there is too short again from Rhett Smith. The ball goes out of bounds. We'll say it was last touched by the Tigers. 4:01 to go here in the first quarter. Fort Scott with a 6-4 lead. But Chanute with the basketball and inbound play from the baseline. It gets into Stevenson. Shot nearly blocked. It's not good and rebounded by Fort Scott. Here comes Goldston down the court to Dub. Back out to Kegler and around to Cal on the right side wing. Cousins finds Goldston. Now back over to Kegler on the right side wing. 3:40 to play. They'll try to find it. Oh, nice job by Rocco, who didn't think he had enough to get a good look inside, so he just swatted it back out to Spencer. Now a 3-pointer from Goldston, a little too strong. Rebound taken by Stevenson. He'll bring it down the floor. Now gets it to, and the shot will not count because the foul was before the shot was taking place. Foul was on the floor, so it'll be an inbound play here for, I don't know why Chanute was so frustrated with that, because it felt like that was fairly obvious. Now a sub for the Tigers as Cannon Brown will check in. He's a 6'3 sophomore. Seamster continued through and made the shot, but continuation isn't a legal thing in high school basketball. Foul was on Rocco. I don't think they ever put it up on the scoreboard, but it should be the first one on Rocco. And now a turnover by Chanute. So it'll go back over to the Tigers here. Still leading at 6-4. 3:04 to go here in the first quarter. Kegler brings it down the floor. Now Spencer has it. Back over to Rocco. Dubs got it, kicks it to Cannon on the wing. Nearly a travel, but he gets it back over to Spencer. Spencer goes to the right side with the dribble, now kicks it back out to Kegler. Kegler being guarded there by Stevenson. Size advantage there in both of those matchups with Kegler for Chanute, but Kegler's done a pretty good job. Drive in by Cannon, he's picked up his dribble, now kicks it back out to Spencer. They'll reset the offense. Trying to set a screen there for Goldston, they do. Now a step back two-pointer is a little bit too short. Rebound, batted around, and taken by the Comets. Rhett Smith will come out of there with it. He'll get it across the timeline now to Stevenson. 2 minutes to go. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still a 6-4 lead for the Tigers over Chanute. Pass goes to Seamster right at the elbow. Shot blocked by Rocco. Over to Spencer. He'll come down the left side of the lane. Puts one up. Too short. Rebound taken by Chanute. 1:40 to go. .132 left to go here. And now a steal. Fort Scott, 2-on-1. It's a layup for Dobby. Got it. And Chanute is calling a timeout. Or did we get a technical? I heard the whistles. I was looking down at my scorebook. Now the officials are discussing. I thought it was just a harmless timeout called, but then there was some frustration. The coach, Devin Crabtree, was out near the three-point line arguing with one of the officials, and then one of the officials came and started pointing at Caden Seamster as he was coming off the floor. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Again, I was looking down at my book, writing the layup down there for Dub. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. Somebody maybe said, it appears that we do have a timeout taken. So we'll get that marked. Some unhappy Comet fans right now. And the official that was pointing at Caden Seamster is now discussing with the assistant coach, one of the assistants for the Comets. Now he's talking to the head coach. And we'll see what comes of this. He jumped off the bench quickly. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. Chanute did get a sub there.
The rule of the floor is any virtual whistle. It will be Fort Scott's ball on the side, but we will take 2 points off the board. So the score is 6-4, Fort Scott.
So they've taken the layup off. I'm not sure exactly the reasoning there. They've taken the layup off for Dubs, so it's back to 6-4. Some Chanute fans still going ballistic over here. They didn't. And again, like I said, I was looking at my scorebook, so I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see what happened. 1:22 to go. Fort Scott will have possession here. Cal back in the game for the Tigers. Over to Cannon. He'll drive into the lane. Runner there is good for Cannon Brown. They get it back. So now it is 8-4 Fort Scott. Chris Harding. Now the Tigers wanting a travel called on Chanute there. Chris Harding, a 6-foot sophomore, is into the game and nearly had a turnover himself. It was knocked out of bounds, though. So Chanute will retain possession here with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass comes around. Inside. Jalen Duncan gets the bucket there for the Comets. That'll make it 8-6. 15 seconds to go in the opening frame here tonight. Cal Cousins drives in, kicks it over to Cannon. Brown will bring it back to the wing, now drives in, back out to Cal. 7 seconds to go. Cal drives into the lane. Turnaround shot there. Too short. Rebound Chanute. They've got 2 seconds. They don't realize it. And that will end the first quarter with your score. Fort Scott 8 and Chanute 6. Your first quarter, again, brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Armstrong. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
There will be Blue Comet ball. Second quarter. Thanks all for getting possession. On the floor for the Tigers will be Brown.
So Chanute will start the quarter with the basketball here.
Golston, Chipman, and Lafredo. For the Comets, Kessler.
Fort Scott will have their starters without Dirks. He's going to be on the bench for just a little bit with a breather. Here's a shot inside by Chanute. That one doesn't go. Rebound taken by Fort Scott. 2-on-2 down the floor. Cal's got it. Finds Rocco coming down the lane. We got a whistle. And they're going to call tie ball. Fort Scott wanting a foul. The Chanute fans wanting a travel. And the officials displeased everyone by calling a jump ball there. It's going to be Fort Scott basketball. Into Dub. Now back over to Cal. 7:35 to go here in the second quarter. Just underway in the second quarter. We got a whistle. That'll be a charge on Brown. That'll be the first one on Cannon tonight. First one in the second quarter on the Tigers. Tough luck because he had found the open man. Rocco was wide open for a layup. Just had to get it to him a step and a half earlier, and I think he'd have been okay there. Pass comes to Duncan on the left side. Now down low to Stevenson. Shot no good, but a foul. Rocco needs to go a little bit straighter up. That'll be the second one on Lafredo now. As, again, the Tigers don't want to get in foul trouble here, especially in the first half. First free throw is good for Stevenson, his first points of the evening. And now Dirks will come in for Rocco. Second free throw on the way. That one's also good for Stevenson. And now it looks like Chanute's going to get a sub as they will get Jordan Duncan back in the contest. And Harding will come out. So we're tied at 8 here in the second quarter. 7:12 to go in this second tonight here. Trip to the state tournament in Salina on the line. The winner goes, the loser, their season is done. Dirks drives in, shot doesn't go, but a foul. This one maybe on nope, looks like it's going to be on Stevenson. So that'll be the first one on Stevenson. First Blue Comet foul in the quarter. And it'll be 2 free throws here for Dirks Kegler. First one in and out. Back into the game for Chanute is Rhett Smith. He'll replace Duncan. Dirks, a 64% free throw shooter coming into this one, misses the first. Second one on the way, nothing but net. So he gets one of two. The Tigers retake the lead 9-8. Pass goes right side. Now they get it back to Smith at the top. He'll get it to Kester, who drives in from the wing, and now finds Smith down low. Shot there, doesn't go, but Smith got his own rebound. Now it's blocked from behind. Kester got his hand in there. Now the Tigers out running. Up to Dub, he's in the lane and throws it out of bounds. Tried to get it over to Cal in the corner. A little bit too tall for Cal Cousins. And I think Coach Kroll's saying, hey, just up and under that. Go for a shot yourself. He was guarded. But try that up and under move. Maybe you get a foul on Chanute and go to the line. Play up there by Seamster is good for the Comets. So Chanute takes their first lead of the game, I believe. It's 10-9. Blue Comets now with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Pass goes left side. And now it's deflected out of bounds by Chanute. It'll stay with the Tigers. Rocco's going to come back in here as Cannon will check out. Again, Rocco's got 2 fouls already, but 2 points. And they need his defense right now with the size inside of Chanute. Inbound play comes in. They get it back to Dub. Now over to Cal in the corner. Cousins drives in, kicks it into the opposite corner to Kegler. He'll drive to the bucket. Layup there is good. So Kegler has 2 more, and the Tigers go back out in front by 1. 5.5 to play in the second quarter. Pass comes left. Now they go inside to Seamster. Drives, shot is in there for Caden Seamster. He's got 6. Chanute has 12, and they're back up by 1. Spencer drives, picks up the dribble, now has to pass it away, ball loose, and we're going to get a foul on Chanute. Seamster will pick up the foul, his first.
Kevin Seamster called for the foul. That is his first, team second in the quarter.
Cal's got the ball out front. Now passes it off to Dub. 3-pointer on the way. Too strong. Rebound taken by the Comets. Ahead to Seamster. Get it down the court to Kester. And we got a whistle. They call a foul on Chipman, it looks like there.
Foul's called on number 30, Doug Chipman. That is his first.
So Chipman's first foul. Third one already on the Tigers here in the second quarter. Bounce play comes into Kester. Now they'll pass it inside. It's deflected away, stolen by Fort Scott. Rocco coming down the right side of the lane, puts one up. It's no good, but a foul on the Comets. That'll be the second foul on Caden Seamster. And Rocco will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Chance to tie or take the lead here with these 2 free throws. First one ties it. Seamster comes out with those 2 fouls. Chris Harding will check back in. Second free throw doesn't go, but Dub grabs the rebound. He'll put one up, and it's no good. And the ball comes out to Chanute. Harding comes away with it. We're tied, 12 all, 4:09 to play in the second quarter. Harding brings it down to Kester. He'll go around the right side to Smith. Inside. Turnaround shot. That one goes for Chris Harding. That'll put Chanute back up by 2. Now quickly down the other side, and Rocco ties it again. 3:33 to go here in the second quarter. Drive to the bucket, and we got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on the Tigers. Tiger fans wanting a travel. There were a couple of hops there, but they call the foul instead on Shipman. It'll be his second. And Harding will be shooting 2 for the Comets. First free throw on the way with 3:27 to go, and he makes the first. So Chanute back up by 1 here. Second free throw coming, and it is also good for Chris Harding. So it's now 16-14, 3:22 to play. Kegler brings it across the timeline for the Tigers. Cal's got it, and a bad pass. Stolen away by Rhett Smith. We're going to have a whistle, and they call it a travel that time. So the ball goes back over to the Tigers. 3:09 to go here in the second quarter. Goldston's got it on the right side. Now into Rocco. Back out to Dub. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong. Rebound, and it looks like a foul on the Tigers. Leon Cal, spread those fouls out, guys. That's good. Cal's first. That is the 15th foul on the Tigers. So we'll put Jordan Duncan at the free throw line. He was the three-point specialist when we were here earlier this season, so anticipate him being a good shooter. First free throw for Duncan is up there and good. That'll make it 17-14, largest lead of the night for the Comets. The Tigers have led by 4. That was earlier in this one. Comets now lead by 4 themselves. Fort Scott needs a bucket. 2:50 to go here in the second quarter. Goldston brings it down, gets it over to Cal on the left side wing, deep wing. He'll drive around a couple of defenders, now gets it into the lane, puts one up there, and it goes. Cal Cousins now with 4. It's 18-16. Kester brings it down the court for the Comets. He'll pass one. It's loose underneath. But taken, we got a whistle and 3-second call. So a turnover back over to the Tigers. 2:29 to go in the second quarter. Tigers can tie it on this possession or take the lead with a three-pointer. Drive by Goldston. May have slipped there a little bit. Was able to get it back out. Now Kegler inside. Back out to Dub. He'll drive the baseline. Gets stopped there. It goes out of bounds, and they'll say it's off of Fort Scott. So back over to the Comets with 2:02 to play in the second quarter. Kester brings the ball down the right side. We got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on Spencer Goldston. That happened in the girls' game last night. I think it was it Keegan that ran through a screen, and they called a foul on Keegan. Same thing there on Spencer. So that'll be the first one on Spencer tonight. Free throws coming again for Jordan Duncan. He's already 2 for 2 tonight from the charity stripe. See what he can do on this trip. 1:47 left to go in the second quarter. First free throw for Duncan is up there, and it is good. So Cannon Brown will check in. Dub Chipman will come out for a quick breather. Dub, again, 2 fouls. So he will come out for just a few minutes. Hopefully just a quick breather here. Second free throw about to come here for Jordan Duncan. It's up there, and it's good. Duncan makes both free throws. It's now a 4-point advantage for Chanute again. 1:42 to play in the first half tonight. Entry pass. Gets it in to Rocco. No good, but they kick it back out. They get the rebound. 3 is good! Spencer Goldston buries it. Back to a 1-point game at 20-19. Pass to Stevenson. Now they get it to Smith. Back out to Stevenson. Around the horn it goes. To Harding. Now they get it to Kester. He'll put it up. Layup too short. But he gets his own rebound. And now ball loose on the floor. It's still loose on the floor. And now he's trying to tie it up. And we are going to get a tie ball, I think. Fort Scott crowd wanting a travel. The officials are talking about it. And now the possession arrow favors Chanute. The Comet players, they've got 2 guys complaining that they had a timeout called. And they were trying to get it called, but it wasn't granted. So just the tie ball there. 38 seconds to go in the second quarter. 20-19. Comets with the lead. Shot again by Kester is no good. And another rebound by Kegler. 28 seconds. Now down to 23 seconds. Fort Scott, I think, will try to save for the final shot here. Trailing by just 1. 20-19. Kegler works it into the lane. Stops. Turnaround. Shot is no good. Rebound taken by Rocco. A 15-footer is good. Now a long shot at the buzzer doesn't go for Chanute, and the Tigers have a 1-point lead at the break. It is Fort Scott 21 and the Comets 20.
It was choreographed by junior Bella Barney. Ladies, your music is on. Great job, ladies. And now, if you would turn your attention to the south side of the gymnasium, we have our Hoops for Cash, sponsored by Home Savings Bank. We have 2 shooters tonight. Each shooter will have 30 seconds to make a layup for $5, a free throw for 10, and a three-pointer for 15. They have to make them in consecutive order, so layup first. First shooter will be Joseph Gann. There it is. Take that lid off, Joe. Good for 2. He's got $15. And there it is. $30 for Joseph Gann. Our next shooter, Ernie Smith. Good for 5. Oh, shooter roll for 15. Oh. Help him out, folks. Help him out. There you go. Oh, time. All right, each contestant will get 1 more shot from half court. This time it is 1 attempt worth 100 points. First shooter, be Brennan Smith. Let's hear it for him, folks. Come and get there. Let's go! Oh, good try. Next shooter, Joe. Oh, great effort. So both gentlemen will get, or Joseph will receive $30 courtesy of Home Savings Bank and Chris Bilby, and Brennan will get $15. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Well, welcome back into Chanute High School as the Tigers lead the Blue Comets here at the break. The score 21-20, and it has been a tight one throughout thus far. Fort Scott will go through your leading scorers here to this point. The Tigers are being led by Rocco Lafredo right now with 7. Also, Dirks Kegler with 5, Cal Cousins with 4, Spencer Goldston 3, and Cannon Brown has 2. For the Blue Comets this evening, Caden Seamster has 6 points. Would probably have more, but he spent most of the second quarter on the bench with 2 fouls. Also, Jordan Duncan has 6, Chris Harding with 4, Jalen Duncan with 2, and Elliott Stevenson with 2. Both of Stevenson's came from the free throw line, so he and Lars Kester, neither one have any field goals at this point. Kester doesn't have any points at all, and missed a couple of layups there towards the end of the second quarter. So talk about how the defense for Fort Scott has worked here so far today. So far, it's been great, and that's been a good thing for the Tigers to see. So hopefully Fort Scott can keep that up going into the second half here tonight. We've got some great sponsors that have helped us out all year long, as we'll try to run through as many of them as we can here right now. Pretty tight game. Haven't had a lot of game time to be able to do that here. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. H2 Painting LLC, the right way the first time. Look them up on Facebook at facebook.com/H2PaintingSEK or call them at 620-605-2769. Chad Cousins is your local 1842 Wealth Management financial advisor. Contact Chad for more information by email at chad@1842wealth.com or call 620-215-9240. Highway 3 has modern personalized fleece name blankets along with fun and unique personalized gifts. You can also find Highway 3 products at several retail stores in the area. For more information, follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/shophighway3 or check out their website, shophighway3.com. State Farm agent Cale Nelson is your local agent for home and auto. Contact Cale for a quote by visiting Cale's website, calenelson.com, or give Cale a call at 620-224-2828. Joey Fritter is a loan officer with Open Mortgage. Open Mortgage is a multi-channel mortgage lender believing that better is possible, constantly striving to bring a better mortgage experience to everyone. Joey can assist you in buying a home from start to finish. Her office is located at 1 East Wall Street in Fort Scott, so call today to get pre-qualified for a home loan at 620-644-8146. Your ticket to an athletic event is a privilege to watch students learn on the playing court. Unruly behavior is unacceptable in the classroom, and the sports arena is a classroom. Good sportsmanship is a lesson to be learned by players and spectators. Remember, sportsmanship provides the human touch. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and Duckbait TV encourages you to make sportsmanship a primary concern as you support your chosen team. The swish of a basket, the excitement of a free throw, the roar of the crowds all combine to remind us that state basketball championship games are only moments away. Just a little bit under a week now. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, the state tournament will be next week. 7 classifications, 14 state champions, and will furnish plenty of thrills and excitement. Attend the games and support your team with pride and sportsmanship during the final weeks of the Kansas High School basketball season. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and Duckbait TV. Just about to get the second half underway here tonight as the Fort Scott Tigers again lead Chanute here at the break, 21-20.
Starting with the ball, thanks to the alternating possession, will be the Fort Scott Tigers. Second half starters for Fort Scott, Dirk Stegler, Kyle Cousins, Spencer Goldson, Walker Lafredo, and Dan Chipman. Second half starters for the Comets,
So Fort Scott will start, looks like with their starting 5 here for the second half. Dirk Skegler, Cal Cousins, Spencer Goldston, Rocco Lafredo, and Dub Chipman. Comets, looks like they're going to have their starting 5 as well. Caden seems to remember he's got 2 fouls. Also, Rocco and Dub both have 2 fouls, so something to keep in mind as we go along here in the second half. Rhett Smith, Jordan Duncan, Lars Kester, and Elliott Stevenson. 5 on the floor for the Comets here to start the second half, and Fort Scott will start with the basketball. They get it into Spencer Goldston. He'll get it across the timeline over to Rocco on the left side wing. Rocco back up to Cal up top. Now over to Spencer. Fort Scott running through their offense here with the lead to start the quarter, the third quarter. Now they find Rocco. He'll kick it back out to Dirks. He'll drive in on Kester. Shot no good, but a foul. That'll be the first one on Lars Kester tonight.
fouls going on Lars Kester. That was his first personal foul, first of the
That will send
to the line for Fort Scott for 2 will be Dirk Stegler.
Dirks to the line for 2, and he makes the first. Second one on the way, and he gets that one as well. So 23-20. For Kegler. Now we got a whistle, and it looks like a foul on Spencer Goldston. And maybe the second time he tried to run through a screen and they called a foul on him. You got to watch that and adjust if you're the Tigers. Again, we saw that called on the Lady Tigers last night. Here's a steal by Dub Chipman. It's 2-on-1 with Kegler. He'll get it down there. Now kicks it out to Cal. Cal drives the baseline. 10-footer is good. And I heard a whistle. What do we have? They're going to call a foul on Chanute as well, and the basket counts. Jordan Duncan will pick up the foul. And an and-one for Cousins. Got it. Nice start to the third quarter here for the Fort Scott Tigers. They lead at 26-20. The largest of the evening. Kester with the ball out front. Goes to Seamster on the left wing. Now back around to the right side wing. They get it back to Stevenson out top. The ball deflected. Cal's going to chase after it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Cousins. Cal, I think, under normal circumstances, probably would have dove for that to try to keep it in bounds. But remember, he got a rib injury on Wednesday night, an inadvertent knee to the rib cage, and there's no significant injury, no break, no anything like that. But it has been sore the last couple of days for him. Probably took the safer route. This shot is blocked by Rocco. Fort Scott gets it down to Dub. Back out to Kegler for three. Get in there. It does not, but Dub got the rebound. Now back out to Cal. He'll drive in. Lost it for a moment. Now kicks it back to Dub. Back around left side. It comes to Spencer. They're going to reset the offense here as we dip under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. 26-20. Fort Scott leading by 6 over Chanute. The Comets have not scored here in the second half just yet. As Fort Scott led 21-20 at the break. Spencer dribbles around the top, now kicks it over to Kegler. Dirks will settle things down. Goes right side with it. Now trying to back his defender down. He'll kick it out to Spencer, into the corner to Dub. Three-pointer. Got it! Bang! Fort Scott with a three-pointer. They lead it by 9. A shot at the other end is going to be good by Seamster. He's going to be tough here in the second half, I got a feeling. So the basket's going to count. The foul's going to go on Dirks. It'll be his second. Caden gets the first points for Chanute here in the second half. Free throw is good. He is perfect from the line right now at 3 for 3, and now we got a timeout on the floor. But a great start to the third quarter for the Tigers. They lead it by 6 with 5:12 to go. Timeout on the floor by Chanute. Coming out of the timeout, 5:12 remaining here. Fort Scott with the lead here in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Tigers. We'll get it across the timeline. Cal's got it. He'll get it into the lane. Shot there, doesn't go. And now we got a whistle here as Cal landed awkwardly. And that is not the injury he was dealing with the other night. So Cannon's going to come in. Hopefully he can get up, work that out a little bit. I think he just landed a little awkwardly on his right ankle. We'll see. Hopefully he's able to get up and walk off the floor here. Limping a little bit. They're going to help him here. Go check that out, and hopefully he can get that taped up and come back in. It has been a rough week for Cal Cousins. And their win on Wednesday night against Tonganoxie. He got an inadvertent knee to the rib cage. Here's a three-pointer from Seamster. That's going to be too short. Rebound chased down by Chanute, though. Stevenson gets it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. Fort Scott's got to stay strong here. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. The Tigers lead it by 6. Just to finish that point on Cal, he got an inadvertent knee to the rib cage on Wednesday against Tonganoxie. That was very late in the game, and the Tigers were obviously able to survive that, but hopefully they can survive this, and hopefully they can get him taped up. Looks like they're just checking him out. I thought they were taping him up, but they're checking him out right now. Kester gets in there, and he's going to have that blocked, and it's going to be a tie ball. Possession arrow favors Chanute, though, so the Comets will keep it. 4:27 left to go.
Possession gives the arrow to the Comets.
Shot there, doesn't go. Rebound taken by the Tigers. Ahead to Goldston. Four minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tigers lead it by 6. Over to Goldston, left side wing. He'll drive in, now kicks it back out to Kegler. Dirks has the ball. Now back to Spencer. He'll try a long three-pointer. No good. Dub got the rebound, and the putback is good. Eight-point Tiger lead, 31-23. Kester drives, kicks it to Stevenson. Kester keeps ducking that shoulder. He missed the shot again. Rebound taken by the Tigers. Down low, they kick it back out and around. Kegler for 3. Too short. Got his own rebound, though. He'll go right into the basket and scores the layup again. 10-point Tiger lead. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. A foul is called. Foul is called on Kester. It'll be his second, I believe. And Chanute's going to take a timeout. So 33-23, Fort Scott with the lead. 2:49 to go here in the third quarter. Comets take the timeout. Back to play here as the Tigers have possession, and a pass is stolen away by Stevenson. Layup is good at the other end. So Stevenson's first field goal of the evening. That'll make it, cut it back to an 8-point game here. Fort Scott's got to stay strong here. 2:15 to go. Goldston over on the right side. Cal looks like he's trying to work that ankle in a little bit. He's going to come back and sit on the bench. Hopefully that's a good sign that he can come back in. We got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul charge on Rocco that time. So that'll be the third one on Lafredo.
His third personal foul, third team foul of the quarter.
Three-pointer on the way from Duncan. He missed it, though. Rocco grabs the rebound. Kept it high and kicks it over to Spencer. Goldston comes down the right side. Stops in the lane. Now kicks it back out. It's going to be out of bounds to Chanute. Tigers have to keep their composure now. They got that lead all the way out to 10. Chanute called the timeout, and the momentum is switched. Just a little bit. Got to get that back here for the Tigers. 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Pass goes to the right side. Duncan's got it. Now back out. Jalen Duncan with it. And foul going to be called on Lafredo. And now they need Cal. That'll be the fourth foul on Rocco. Hopefully Cal can come in and at least finish the third quarter here. And now Cannon Brown's going to have to step up inside defensively for Fort Scott. Here's a shot on the way, no good, but rebound by Dub Chipman. Tigers have held Chanute to this point to just 25 points. They lead it by 8 with 58 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Dub works it left side to Goldston. Goldston will bring it back to the top. Gets it over to Kegler. Now pass to Dub. They're switching on defense here. Chanute is. Back over to Kegler. Nice move by Dirks to get away from the defender. Now a foul going to be called, and this may be the third one on Lars Kester. Let's see, it is. It'll be the fourth team foul of the quarter on Chanute. Lars will come out now as Chris Harding will check in for the Comets. 33-25, Fort Scott with the lead and possession here. Inbounds play comes to Kester. 30 seconds to go in the frame. Over to Chipman. Now back out it comes. Fort Scott, if they can here, they'll probably save for the final shot of the quarter. Looks like they've got the possession arrow as well, so they could go 2 for 1 here. Got to make it count. Sub-state championship game. Got to make all these possessions count. 5 seconds to go. Dub kicks it back out. Kegler, he'll step forward, puts one up from deep. Oh, too short. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter with your score, Fort Scott 33 and Chanute 25. Fort Scott held Chanute to just 5 points in that third quarter. The Tigers scored 12. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact Jamie by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. H2 Painting LLC, the right way the first time. Look them up on Facebook at facebook.com/H2PaintingSEK or call them at 620-605-2769. So Fort Scott will start the fourth quarter with possession here. And an 8-point lead over Chanute. Rocco starts the quarter on the bench, and remember, he's got 4 fouls. So it's Dirks, Cannon, Cal, Dub, and Spencer. Dirks in, back out to Spencer for 3. Swish! "11-point Tiger lead. Ball loose, picked off by Fort Scott. Here comes Dirks. Spin move, layup, no good, but a foul. And now Dirks is going to take a second to get up. It looked more awkward than it probably was in reality. Second foul on Elliott Stevenson. And Dirks will go to the free throw line for a pair. First one good. Substitutions here for Chanute as they will get Rhett Smith and Lars Kester back in the game. Remember, Lars Kester does not have any points yet tonight. He's missed a couple of shots, but he hasn't been a huge factor on offense for the Comets just yet. Second free throw is good for Kegler. And now we got a timeout on the floor. So Fort Scott takes the timeout. It is now 38-25. (38-25), 7:15 to go here in the fourth quarter rather. Fort Scott with a 13-point lead. They have taken their first time out. And now we'll come out of that timeout on defense. Ball goes right side. Now they go inside to Seamster. Turnaround shot. We got a whistle. And I think they're going to call a foul on the Tigers. I think they're going to get Dirks on this one. And did he make the shot as well? I think he did. Tigers wanting a charge. And it was close. Seamster dipped his shoulder, but Dirks was moving still. So and one coming here but he missed it. But Chanute grabbed the rebound. Back out to Seamster. And now a travel going to be called on Seamster. So it'll be Fort Scott basketball from the sideline here. You got to get it in. 7:02 to play. It's a lot of time to come off of that clock, even though Fort Scott does have an 11-point lead right now. Dub drives in, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way from Cal. Too short. Rebound chased down by Chanute. Ahead and stolen away by the Tigers. Ahead to Cal. Cal. He's got a loose wheel on his right side. He's got a bum torso on his left side. but he is out there playing, giving everything he's got. I say that because normally in that situation, he's probably on his way to the bucket for a layup. This time he just kind of pulls it out and runs the clock for the Tigers. 6 minutes to go. Tiger Boys trying to join the Lady Tigers, who've already punched their ticket to the state tournament in Salina next week. Did that with a win over Independence last night. Tiger Boys trying to take the rubber match with Chanute here. Both teams in the regular season won on their home floor. Tigers trying to take the rubber match and go to state themselves. Now Kegler, he's got to get rid of it, does. 5:26 to play. Now out to Dub. Fort Scott doing really well with that basketball at the moment. Now Dub goes all the way in, finds Cannon, now back out to Spencer. Pass back out to Kegler, and they'll reset. 5:05 to play. Again, Tigers still lead this one by 11. Get it to Spencer. They'll switch off with him, and now pass over to Dub. Dub, he's got 3-on-1. Now they're going to get back out to Kegler, and he's just going to run some more clock. Chanute's trying to foul. They're not calling anything yet. Now they do. And that'll be, I believe, on Seamster. If it is, it's his third. So third on Seamster, and now Fort Scott has been able to run enough time off the clock that they're going to get Rocco back in the game for Cal here. Give Cal a chance to get a little bit of a breather. Ball is into Goldston. And they lost it out of bounds. So it'll go back over to Chanute here. 4:41. Tigers did run some time off the clock there. Now Lars Kester will check back in for Chanute as Jalen Duncan will come in. Kester being guarded by Dirks. Knocked the ball away. It's going to go out of bounds. But last touch by Fort Scott. Oh, foul called there on Chipman. That'll be his third. First one on the Tigers here in the quarter. Actually, second one on the Tigers in the quarter. Three-pointer. Too short. Rebound. Picked up by Chipman. Over to Dirks. Chanute trying, I don't know if they're trying to knock it away or get a foul, but either way, now they get a foul. 4:14 to go. And again, remember the new fouling rules. Fouls reset at the end of each quarter, so still, that's just the third team foul here on Chanute in the quarter. They've got two more to give. Goes on Rhett Smith, his second of the game. Dub, got to get it inbounds. They finally do get it to Brown. Now back to Dub, around to Rocco. Oh, Rocco got hit in the face. Rocco got hit in the face by Stevenson. Chanute upset. I'm not really sure what they're upset about. Timeout called by the Tigers. And now things have gotten incredibly chaotic. Things have gotten incredibly chaotic here at the gym as the Chanute coaching staff has gotten some sort of warning, it appears. And we got a whistle and another foul, I believe, on Chanute. This one will bring free throws with it. Woo. Foul is on Seamster, his fourth, and Rocco goes to the free throw line. In and out and back in. So Rocco gets the first one. So Lars Kester will check back in for the Comets. Rocco's got one more free throw. 4:04 to play. Second free throw is good as well. Now we got a whistle, and they're going to get another foul on Seamster, and that'll be the fifth one if it is. Hey. That'll be the fifth one if it is. So Seamster fouls out. More free throws for the Tigers as Double head to the line. Missed the first, but he will have a second one here. Dub, an 80% free throw shooter on the season. His first attempts tonight. Second free throw is good. Drive-in shot there doesn't go, but a foul on the Tigers. So 41-27. Now we got a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout, and hopefully that'll give everybody – 41-27, 3:54 to go here in this one. The Fort Scott Tigers lead the Chanute Blue Comets 41-27. Chad Cousins is your local 1842 Wealth Management Financial Advisor. Contact Chad for more information by email at chad@1842wealth.com or call Chad at 620-215-9240. Missed to the timeout was called by, I think it was called by Fort Scott. Either way, Chanute's going to have free throws here, as it will be Rhett Smith at the line. First free throw on the way by Smith is good. Second one no good. Rebound batted towards the corner. Picked up by Dub Chipman. Out to Spencer. Fort Scott got to get it across the timeline. Now they get it to Kegler. Up. Oh, and Cannon's open underneath. They tried to get it to him, but it was deflected. And now they get it stolen away. Ahead. Layup is good by Stevenson. So that'll cut it back to 11 at 41-30. Fort Scott got to settle. Kick it ahead. Get it to Dub. Now a foul called. I think they missed the one that actually occurred and then called one there that maybe looked like it was more ball than foul. But either way, it's going to be Dub going to the free throw line. It'll be the first foul on Jalen Duncan here tonight. And Dub will go to the line for two.
Going to the line for Fort Scott, shooting two, number 30, Dub Chipman.
And he made the first. Short on the second one, no good, and Chanute grabs the rebound. But it is a 12-point Tiger lead here. 3:08 to play, fourth quarter. Chanute has it out to Duncan. He'll drive in, miss the shot, rebound Fort Scott. Ball to Dirks. Got to get it across the timeline here. Fort Scott will do so. Now up to Dub. He dribbles it all the way back to the timeline. Now we'll kick it to Cannon. Oh, and down low, ball deflected out of bounds. And they're going to give it to Chanute. Ball loose on the floor, tie ball, and it's going to be Chanute basketball. They will get the ball here on the alternate possession, but they tried to let it roll to keep the clock from starting, and Dub Chipman called him on it. He went up and made them touch the ball and start the clock. Drive to the bucket. Layup is good. Stevenson gets one there. That'll get it back to a 10-point game, 42-32. Fort Scott gets it in, and now a foul here. It'll be on Rhett Smith.
Foul calls goes against Rhett Smith. It's his third. Going to the line for
Third foul on Rhett. It'll be Dirks at the line for two. Missed the first. 2:19 to play. Fort Scott still leads by 10. Second free throw is good. So Kegler gets one of two. Lead back out to 11, 43-32. Drive to the bucket, layup, doesn't go. Rebound loose, stolen away by Chanute. Three-pointer on the way, that one too short. Rebound again by the Comets. They get it to Stevenson, over to Smith, puts one up, it's no good. Another Comet rebound though. They'll fire from deep that time, got it to go there, and now Chanute will call timeout. A deep three by Jordan Duncan, his first of the game. That'll cut it back to 8 now, and they will call the timeout. So 43-35, the Tigers lead by 8. Inbounds play for the Tigers. They get it into Kegler. Gets it over to Spencer. Now down the floor to Dub. And the ball knocked away. Chanute's got it. Kick it out to Duncan. He'll try another three. Missed that one, though. Rebound Chipman. And a foul on Chanute. This one, I think, is going to be on Stevenson. If that's the case, it's his third. So third one on Stevenson. That'll put Dub back at the line for 2. Got to make your free throws. Biggest ones of the season for the Tigers right now. 1:33 to go. They lead by 8. First one good. Tigers also have the possession arrow in their favor right now. Second one too strong. Rebound Chanute. Tigers still lead it by 9 though. 44-35. Kester down the floor. Kicks it to the wing to Smith. He'll drive in and lays it up and in off the glass. So Rhett Smith with his first field goal. Rhett Smith just got his first field goal. Chanute's trying to foul, and they're not calling anything right now, but the Tigers now we got a whistle here. And foul called on Jalen Duncan, and it looked like, maybe not, but it looked like he was exchanging some words there with Spencer Goldston. 59 seconds to go, and Spencer will go to the line here for 2. First one is good. Second one is also good. Lead back out to 9, 46-37. Stevenson drives in, kicks it to Kester. He'll try to get his first field goal of the game, and he does with a 3-pointer there. That'll cut it back to 6, just a 2-possession game now. Somebody's got to help Spencer. Now a timeout is going to be called by the Tigers. 43.4 seconds to go, and Fort Scott will take a 30-second timeout. All right, so you got to get it in. That's the first goal. Then you got to get it across the timeline. That's the second goal. And then you got to hold on to it and wait for a foul. (46-40). Fort Scott leading Chanute. They've led pretty much this entire game. 43.4 seconds left to go in regulation. Chanute will bring out the full court press. Was a made basket, so the Tigers can run up the baseline if they need to. Inbounds play comes into Dirks Kegler. It's stolen away by the Comets. They kick it in back around to Stevenson. Missed a 3. Chased down in the corner, though, by Chanute. Now a 3 by Kester. He made that one. It's now a 3-point game. Fort Scott, you got to get it inbounds. They get it inbounds. Now they get it ahead. Get it across the timeline. They do. Up to Dove, and a foul, or excuse me, Rocco, a foul there. Rocco will go to the line. .9 seconds left to go. Rocco's got to make at least one of these to make it a 2-possession game. Foul is on Jordan Duncan. Missed the first. .9 seconds. But he made the second. 4-point game here. And now a full timeout taken. I think Fort Scott's taking it again. Tigers lead 47-43. 15.9 seconds left to go. If you're Fort Scott, I would say defend the 3, give up the 2, and then work to get the ball inbounds. See what they do coming out of this one here. Looks like Kyle's going to stay on the bench for right now. They're going to put Cannon, Dub, Dirks, Spencer, and Rocco back on the floor for the Tigers. Chanute, inbounds play here. They get it to Kester. He'll bring it down the floor, nearly knocked away. They kick it over to a three-point shooter. He puts one up there, doesn't go. Rebound, Dirks Kegler, and a foul on Chanute. 7.5 seconds to go. They have put Warwick Olson into the game for three-point purposes, I'm sure. He missed the shot, and now Fort Scott has more free throws coming. It'll be the fourth foul on Lars Kester tonight. And now Dirks will go to the free throw line for two more. He makes two of these. It'll make it a 6-point game again. 7.5 seconds left to go. Makes the first. Nothing but net. 48-43. Fort Scott with the lead by 5. 7.5 to play. Second free throw is good. 49-43. Fort Scott leads by 6. 7.5 seconds left to go. And now the Tigers take, I believe, their final timeout. They're going to set up their defense in this timeout. The winner moves on to the state tournament next week in Salina. The losers' season is over. Fort Scott trying to be on the right side of that. 7.5 left to go. 7.5 seconds left to go in this one. The Tigers lead it by 6. I'd say just let Chanute dribble down the floor. Get it in, dribble it down the floor. Be maybe not super aggressive, but be kind of aggressive on the inbounds play, but just let him get it in and take it down the floor. See how quickly they can get down the floor, if they can do it in 7.5 seconds or not. The inbounds play comes into Kester. 5 seconds. He'll try a long three. That one doesn't go. Rebound! Fort Scott! 1991! 1996! 2004 and now 2024. The Fort Scott Tigers and Lady Tigers will both be at the state tournament in Salida next week. Final score 49-43. The Fort Scott Tigers get the victory. For the 4th time in school history, the Tiger boys and the Tiger girls will head to Salina for the state tournament. We'll have the ceremony here momentarily.
Congratulations to the sub-state champions.
Tiger fans and pretty apropos that Cal Cousins gets to be the first one to touch the trophy, as he and everybody has left their heart on the floor for the Fort Scott Tigers here tonight as they come away victorious. Again, the final score 49-43. And now the Tiger team will go over and celebrate with the Tiger student section. much like the Lady Tigers did last night after the game. So for Fort Scott, we'll run through the scoring just really quickly here. Tigers were led by Dirks Kegler with 14. I had Rocco with 10 tonight. 8 for Dub Chipman, 8 for Spencer Goldston, 7 for Cal Cousins. Despite coming in with a rib injury and then suffering an ankle injury during the game, still had 7 points tonight. Cannon Brown also with 2. I think that adds up to 49. I may be off 1 or 2 there, but again, Fort Scott with the victory here, taking the team pictures. What a finish to this regular season in Sub-State for the Tiger Boys as they come away victorious here tonight. We will go through our sponsors one more time. We've got some amazing sponsors that have helped us out all year long, and we want to make sure they get their just due here tonight. State Farm agent Cale Nelson is your local agent for home and auto. Contact Cale for a quote by visiting Cale's website at calenelson.com or give Cale a call, 620-224-2828. Highway 3 has modern personalized fleece name blankets along with fun and unique personalized gifts. For more information, follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/shophighway3 or check out their website, shophighway3.com. Joey Fritter is a loan officer with Open Mortgage. Open Mortgage is a multi-channel mortgage lender believing that better is possible, constantly striving to bring a better mortgage experience to everyone. Joey can assist you in buying a home from start to finish. Her office is located at 1 East Wall Street in Fort Scott, so call today to get pre-qualified for a home loan at 620-644-8146. Chad Cousins is your local 1842 Wealth Management Financial Advisor. Contact Chad for more information by email at chad@1842wealth.com or call Chad at 620-215-9240. H2 Painting LLC, the right way the first time. Look them up on Facebook at facebook.com/H2PaintingSEK or call them at 620-605-2769. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact Jamie by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Ethics, integrity, and respect are values important in our daily lives. All of these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs. During competition, they are translated into the word sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and Duckbait TV. Winter in Kansas is filled with many changes, from icy winds to gentle snow. It's a time to enjoy the excitement of interscholastic activities. Thousands of Kansas high school students need your support and encouragement. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and its members' schools provide thrills and suspense for a lifetime of memories. See another part of education come to life through interscholastic activities. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and Duckbait TV. And again, the Fort Scott Tiger boys come away victorious here tonight. As they win this one 49-43 and advance to the 4A state tournament next week in Salina. First time overall for the boys since 2015. The first time that both teams have gone to state in the same year since 2004. That's only happened 4 times, I believe, in the history of Fort Scott Tiger athletics. 91, 96, 2004, and now 2024. The Fort Scott Tigers and Lady Tigers are both going to be in Salina next week for the state tournament, and that's a wonderful thing. Both the softball and baseball teams went last spring, and now both basketball teams will head to state here in the winter. So looking forward to what next week brings. Again, we said we believe anyway that Lady Tigers will be the 2 seed at the state tournament and take on Clearwater in the first round, but we're not 100% sure on that because they and Wellington both have the same record. So I would assume that since the tiebreaker all season was the point margin, and Wellington has a larger point margin than the Lady Tigers do at this point by like half a point, 3/4 of a point, something like that, I think. Fort Scott, I think, will get the 2 seed, but you never know. With the state tournament, it may just be a coin flip, and if that's the case, either team could get it. But Fort Scott will either be the 1 or the 2 at the girls' state tournament next week. They'll play Clearwater. I'm pretty sure that'll be the matchup. Could be Andale, but either way, and we have no idea what time. We do know it's going to be Wednesday. Book your rooms now because you're going to want to be there on Thursday as well, as the Tiger boys will be in the state tournament on Thursday next week, and we have no idea at this stage who they would play, even a guess at this point because we don't know the results from the other games yet. But stay tuned to, I'm sure the Fort Scott folks will put that on the website, the high school website, high school Twitter, Facebook, all of that. It will be published once that becomes official. And then, of course, you can always find that information on the KSHSAA website, kshsaa.org. So either way there, you can find out that information, and we'll let you know early in the week about our broadcast schedule for next week. So hopefully we'll be able to get to take part in that out in Wichita, or not Wichita, Salina on Wednesday and Thursday, and hopefully for the whole weekend. We'll see. If you're unfamiliar, and if I didn't say it last night, the way the state tournament works, there is a third place game. So if either Tiger team wins their first game, they will be guaranteed 2 more. So they'll definitely play Friday and Saturday if they win their first round game. Again, the girls will play on Wednesday. The boys will play on Thursday this year out there in Salina. That's about all we've got, so we're going to get packed up and head home. But, again, a big win here tonight for the Tiger boys. 49-43 the final score for this one. For my dad on the camera tonight, Willie Beatty, to the family back home, and to all the duck baits out there. There were nearly 200 of you today watching on Duckbait TV. That is amazing. The last message I got was 190 plus. So actually, no, now I got a new message. We topped out at 202. So 202 people tuned in, and that's with probably about 500 here in the gym tonight supporting the Tigers in person. So thank you to all of our sponsors and to all of our viewers for tuning in and checking this one out. This has been a blast. It has been so much fun for me to get to do this, and so a huge thanks again to all of our sponsors, to all of our viewers, and a special thanks to my bosses at Liberty Savings, my day job, and my coworkers for letting me leave early when I needed to be able to get to some of the road games. And it's been fun. It's been a fun ride this year, and it's not over yet. We got Lady Tigers on Wednesday next week and the Tiger Boys on Thursday next week at the state tournament, and looking forward to that as well. So once again, for my dad on the camera tonight, Willie Abatey, to the family back home, and to all the duck baits out there, I'm Tony Abatey. We know you have many options when watching the Fort Scott Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball teams. There were 4 broadcast teams here, I think, tonight, 2 from Fort Scott, 2 from Chanute, so you had plenty of options. But thank you for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Good night, Kansas.